Paulie Packs. All right, got out of that album or out of that bin that I had a bunch of albums for. Three of them were tied to 1967 tops. So these two boxes, these were the two display boxes for the 1967 tops. As you can see, 5 cents a card for a wax box. It looks like some taping on here as well, but you can see here's the two full display boxes here. So it makes sense that he would have 3 albums of it if he had 2 boxes worth of cards that he got. I don't know much about a lot of these sets from the 60s, right? So I had to look up a lot of things and see what, figure out what I did or didn't know. But I guess here's what I have found out so far with the 1967 set. This is the last set to contain the Kansas City Athletic cards, so they must have moved over to Oakland the following year. So this is the last time you'll see them as Kansas City Athletics. The wax packs were obviously 5 cents a card, as you can see on the box, for a pack of 5 cards. I think there's 24 packs in a box. So, and this is the first year that they expanded out the set to 609 cards. So they added 9 cards from 600 to 609. Facsimile autographs on the cards for the first time since 1959, so they brought back the autographs for this one. What else is there on this one? High numbers begin at 534 and then end at 609, and then you got semi-high numbers from 458 to 533. And then I think the key rookie cards here are Tom Seaver and Rod Carew, who I'm looking for. Everything else, I don't know, I guess there's some other key rookies, and there's obviously some other key Hall of Famers and things like that, so I'm certainly going to keep an eye out for that. But looking at this set, I want to see if I think there are a handful of errors here. The most common one, I guess, is like there's a trade statement under the bio. I don't know what that means exactly. So underneath, everyone has a bio, and then there's a trade statement. I don't know what that is. So it seems like some of them have them, some of them don't. I don't exactly know what that is. So I'm not really going to look out for that one. But there are some, I guess, color variations due to printing that may be something to look out for. And then and then there's some checklist errors too, but that I'm not going to really worry about those checklist errors. The other one, though, there is a bigger one, though, with Ruben Gomez. He has some information missing on his stat line, so we'll keep an eye out for that one. So without further ado, let's jump into this and start tackling these cards. So right off the bat, you get the champs, right? So the Orioles won the World Series the previous year, and you get Frank Robinson, Hank Bauer, the manager, and Brooks Robinson in the card together. So say most of these cards are in low grade condition. Not very many are in high grade. And here you got 2 Frank Robinsons on this one. There's a little marking on that one, and again, all the corners are a little soft. And you got Davey Johnson, and then he wrote on Davey Johnson a little bit here. So let's move the camera so you guys can see that a little bit better. We got more Rush Snyder. There's some more Davey Johnsons. Boog Powell, pretty big name for back then. Get 4 of those. Luis Aparicio, I don't think I can never pronounce names. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Let's see, anybody else? See, that's the thing too, is like I know obviously the Hall of Famers and some of the more major stars that maybe didn't make the Hall of Fame, but after that, I really don't know a lot of the semi-stars and the common players all that well. But, oh, here you got Jim Palmer. 5 of Jim Palmer's right there. That one's a little banged up, but that one's actually in really good shape. Let's take, even though I shouldn't, let's take this one out. Not his rookie, but as you can see, corners seem pretty tight. Centering's a little off, but No other markings on it other than that. Yeah, it's pretty clean. Second year card for him. So pretty nice. That might be grade worthy. I'll keep that one aside. I don't want to risk putting that back in the album and dinging it up. That actually is a really good condition card, especially for this album, because a lot of these are low grade. So now we're moving into the Phillies. Again, don't really know. Richie Allen is obviously one of the bigger names there. Bob Uecker. Uecker, sorry, Uecker. Got to pronounce the U in that name. More probably known for his days as announcing and enacting than he did probably playing for, you know. And there's Tito Francona. That's what's his face? Francona's father. I forget Terry Francona, right? Yeah. And here we got Richie Allen. We got 5 of him. Not too bad. That's probably like a $10 card or something to that nature. And then don't really know any of these guys. You got Tony Taylor. Apparently wasn't wasn't high on this guy's wish list, so he drew all over his face. But let's see, I think the Ruben Gomez, I think he is with the Phillies, so he is. So let's keep an eye out for Ruben Gomez. I didn't see him yet. Speaking of, here he is. I don't know if you see it. The guy drew like a Frankenstein and then like a evil mustache on this guy. But all right, so we got 5 Ruben Gomez's, and let's see if any of them are the error. And okay, yeah, it looks like there are. So the error here is, so if you look here, you got the MLB totals, right? So he's got 9 years of totals here, and then there's no totals here at all. So it looks like you got no totals, no totals. It's supposed to, like, almost like they started to print them, and it just like the ink, I don't know if you can see it, like the ink just didn't, probably like the no-name error for Frank Thomas in 1990 Topps, right? Like just like, looks like just the ink ran out. So you got 2 no totals there. Like this one is a clean, like absolutely nothing. But this one looks like it tried and it's the ink ran out of it. And you got 1 there. So not bad. You get 2 variations there. So don't know what the value is in total, but you know, it was something that stood out. So now we got a really big star here. You got Roberto Bob Clemente, right? 2 of his. This one looks like the best shape, but it's definitely soft corners. Oh, there's another one on the back side. So you get 3 of those all together. And then Willie Stargell. And then don't really know the rookies all that well. But looking at this one probably is the best shaped one. But again, what you're looking at here, let's see if I can show you the surface. Surface looks pretty clean, but the corners tip there, little tip there. So, you know, this could be, my guess would be like a 4, maybe a 5, right? Which isn't bad at all. So a little rough on the edges, but nice card. Again, I'll put that aside so I can put it back later without risking further damage. All right, so you got Bill Maz, right? He's a big player for the Pirates there. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 on the top there. So that's not bad. I'm sure, and then you got Matty Alou from the famous Alou family. Anything on the back there? Oh, another one. So you got 6 of his in total. Let's see. A couple of Willie Stargells. Manny Mota. He was at least a halfway decent name. Another Stargell on the back. So 3 total there. Again, all lower grade, possible mid-grade. But all right, let's see here. Looking out for Pete Rose with these. I don't know who Chico Cruz is. Tony Perez, right? I think he ended up being a Hall of Famer. He had a long career with the Reds. just the beginning here. So 3 years total here. So get another one on the back side. Floyd Robinson. Again, I'm seeing some semi-high numbers. I'm not seeing any high numbered cards, so probably because he didn't get any. So there's the one Pete Rose, and looking at it, looks pretty nice. Looks pretty good. Gonna take that one out. Let's see if we can show that one. Again, it has like a slight marking there. I don't know if you can see that, like some sort of line. But the corners are sharp, little tipped, but sharped, a little off-centered. In fact, facsimile autograph is like kind of faded a little bit. Looking at the surface itself, I don't see anything bad with that. And the back looks pretty clean too. So, pretty nice card. Again, another that one could be like a grade worthy candidate. Too bad there was only the one though. You know, I'm getting a little selfish in terms of when I only see one copy of the Big Stars, because the other albums, right? I saw multiple copies of Big Stars, and here you got another Carl Yastrzemski. Right, he had a big year. The following year he had a big year, but both of those cards look in pretty good shape too. This one, at least the centering looks good. Let's see what that would be. So here's the back of that card. Right, pretty. The back. Yeah, this is off centered on the back side. I guess the front's a little off centered too. So hard to get something centered with these years, but the surface is pretty clean and the corners are sharp, so it's not too bad. He's got shaky handwriting though. Wouldn't expect that from him. But let's see, any other Red Sox big names? Not too sure. Again, I don't know all of the players in this era, so I am probably passing up on some more well-known people, but I just don't know them. And Yankees. So obviously the one we're looking for here is a Mantle. That would be the biggest thing. Oh, you got a Bobby Mercer rookie card though. That's pretty cool. A little dinged up and everything else, but nice. Tommy Tresh. I don't know why that's white and yellow versus everything else is black. So I wonder if that changes throughout. No, just all on the Tommy Tresh cards. All right. I know he was a pretty solid name too for the Yankees. You got Mel Stoudemire. Ralph Hawk is the manager. Let's see, another Mel Stoudemire card on here. A couple more Ralph Hawk cards. Joe Pepitone. Let's see, Whitey Ford. Almost missed that. Definitely towards the end of his career here. Yeah, 15 years. Wow, nice. And then there he is. There's the Mantle. Let's see what... Yeah, it's a little beat up. It's not... That's too bad. Probably was taken out and shown a lot, and but yeah, the corners are a little rounded, so probably like a 2 grade, somewhere in that neighborhood. Possible 3 maybe, but I mean it's a clean card otherwise, but the corners are definitely rounded off, so maybe a 2 or a 3. But pretty nice though. Pretty cool to get a Mickey Mantle. Again, white and yellow versus everyone else being black. So I don't know why they just didn't keep it the same. But all right, well that's that album. So let's dive into the other ones here. And again, so recap that one, right? You get a Mantle coming out of that one. It's not the best condition. You get a Yaz coming out of there. That's a very good condition. Pete Rose coming out of there. That's, again, a solid condition. Roberto Clemente. Clean card. And then a Jim Palmer. Like, again, those last 4 are definitely grade-worthy cards, in my opinion. But, of course, obviously other copies and multiple... copies of other stars here. All right, this one is So still looking for that Tom Seaver and Rod Carew rookie, but Rod Carew, I think his rookie's a high number card, so I don't, if he doesn't have any high number series in here, we're probably not going to get it. But let's start moving along here. So we'll go through the Angels. I don't know who any of the stars for the Angels would have been, and it looks like the names are in the same situations as the Yankees were. So maybe depending on the background that they were in is the color they chose. I don't know. So if you have a darker background, they went with the white and yellow name versus a lighter background, you just went all black. Paul Shaw. Wait, I saw him for something. What did he come up for? Oh, his was a bat. There was a issue with the bat. Green bat versus normal bat. So there's Paul Shaw, and that looks like a normal bat to me. I mean, nothing really odd about that. So I don't know what the error is exactly. Oh, well, here we go. More Paul Shaws. All right. Oh, I see. All right. I think I see it. This one's in pretty bad shape too, but if you look at it, it looks like there's a printing. So even here is like lighter color, just went across. So that has a green bat on top, and then everything else is just normal. So I guess that's one of the variations here, but nothing you could really do about that. Kind of like those 1986 era cards when you have like the blue streaks going down, the Roger Clemens and things like that. All right, so here we got the Astros. Sonny Jackson. I saw his. I don't know who Sonny Jackson was, but the prices for these cards seemed a little higher than I would think. So it was surprising to see his name there. I don't know who Sonny Jackson was, so maybe it was a good name. You got Ed Matthews or Eddie Matthews towards the tail end of his career. Yeah, 15 years already there. 3 cards for him. Probably look out for Joe Morgan. Oh, speaking of, there he is. And how does that card look? A little off-centered. Not too bad a shape. Looks like, actually, it looks like there's something on the surface of the card there. All right, so here's the Athletics. This is the last time they were in Kansas City, so you can see the KC on the hats there. So Jim Hunter. All right, so that's a good one. That's not his rookie, but certainly it's got to be close to it. 2 years total, yeah. So this is his second year card. But this one's in good shape. The corners down on below are a little rough, but clean back. Very, very vibrant back as far as colors go. Little printing line right down the middle there, but it's not too bad. Not bad for a second year card. Don't know any of these guys, so we'll move on here to the Braves. And so looking for Rico Carter, I think had a good year. I saw him on a lot of league leaders. There's Felipe Alou, again to the Alou family. Looking for Hank Aaron's. I think last time had 8 or 9 Hank Aaron's in the 68 set. So we'll see if we can do that, if we get this the same in the 67 set. Got a couple Joe Torres right there. That one's a little messed up on the printing side, but oh no, his rookie's got to be long ago. All right, so here we got some Aaron's, not as many, but still a lot. So we got 4 right here. This one is definitely beat up. Yeah, this one's been loved. This one is also worn out. These 2 are the best shaped ones, but even so, they're not in the best condition. Look at the back side of them. I think this one's probably the best conditioned one. Let's take a look at it. So trying to look at the surface. Nothing on the surface that I can see. Centering's obviously a little narrow here on the right, wider on the left. But you can see the soft corners on the bottoms and everything else. So Probably somewhere in the 2 range, right? Really off-centered in the back, but it's still a nice. I mean, still, I can't really complain. You get 4 errands, right? so nitpicky I am. And then you got Phil Necro. How long has he been in there? 3rd year. Oh, in military service. So yeah, 3rd year card here. So not quite a rookie. Pretty young though in as far as his career goes. This one's in pretty good shape. But still, nice to get those 5 cards. So you're still getting some good names here. Here we got Lou Brock. Little miscut on the card there, and only one of them, if I can again be so. Someone drew a black eye all over that guy. What year is that? Oh, he's been 6 years already, huh? So well into his career at this point. You got Lou Brock and Kurt Flood in the cards clubbers. Guess Kurt Flood must have had a pretty decent year, or somewhat decent year. I don't know. No, not really. Not much of a. More of a. He definitely had a lot of hits. I mean, so his average is, right around 300. But that year he didn't have a great year. Orlando Cepeda, right? He's a big name for them. Roger Maris here towards the tail end of his career. Looks like there's something all on the surface of the card, though. Yeah, I can feel that. There's something on that card. Nice. Bob Gibson. Oh, 7 Bob Gibsons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's pretty good. This one is standing out to me right now as the best conditioned one, or maybe this one. Yeah, definitely these 2 are the best conditioned. Let's look at this one's falling out anyway, so let's look at this one. Oh, you got Steve Carlton next with Tim McCarver. All right, so now we're getting into some big names. Yeah, off-centered, obviously, but the corners are pretty solid if you look at those. And the back is clean, a little bright. So, yeah, these cards, we're seeing some better shaped cards than I think we were seeing in the 68 albums. Now you got 4 Steve Carltons. These ones are rough, though. There's nothing really worth pulling out there. This is like a dirty card, and then all the corners are kind of rounded. But still, 440 it there. Tim McCarver, what year is that? 7 years? Oh, well into his career already. So, what year is that for Steve Carlton? 2 years. Oh, so that's a 2nd year card for Steve Carlton. So, previous year would be his rookie. Nice. And we got Fergie Jenkins, who's 2nd year card for him. So a lot of 2nd year cards here for players. And that one, it's not a bad shaped card, but the picture is kind of blurry, like it's a double, like a misprint almost. Let's see. Roy Campbell. Right. Ernie Banks. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4 of him. Any on the backside? Oh, and another 4. So 8 Ernie Banks all together. Wow, that's pretty nice. And you got Ron Santo there too, big name. You got Billy Williams, 2 of him. So let's see if there's any good Ernie Banks. That one's miscut. Those are rounded corners. This one is jumping out at me as the best one. So let's take a look at that one real quick. It's going to be a long video today, but again, trying to show you guys some of these cards and the condition they're in. So, but yeah, that one's pretty smooth. Surface is good. Centering's on the front pretty even, not bad. Sharp corners. Backside, yeah, a little heavier on the right than on the left, but yeah, nice. If I did send these in to get graded, I think I would go SGC at this point over PSA, just because I don't know what PSA would come back with, and at least I feel SGC would be a little bit more accurate and a little more reliable. Don Drysdale, so that's another big card there. Just one for him. Dick Schofield, he had some good years, I think, for the Dodgers. Don Sutton, all right. Now, I don't think this is his rookie. 1 year total. No, but I don't think this is his rookie. I think the previous year is his rookie card. And plus, if it was his rookie year, they would have made mention of it. Corners there are a little tipped, so both of these have a little tipped corners, but still pretty good card overall. And I don't know who you are, so we'll just fly right through you. Walt Alston, manager card. I think he ended up making the Hall of Fame as a manager. I mean, he certainly took the Dodgers to enough World Series to probably warrant it. More Dodgers. Probably more Dodgers card just because they were going to the World Series as often as they were at that stage. So now you got Willie Mays and Willie McCovey, the two Willies, fence busters. The bottom there is all a little jacked up. Otherwise, I'd probably take that card out and look at it. Here's Jesus Alou, right? So you got the third Alou family guy, Tito Fuentes. Yeah, let's see. And you got Willie McCovey over here, just off-centered, but the card looks, yeah. And then another one over here. There's one behind it, too. So you got three Willie McCoveys. Willie Mays on the next one, but the off-centered, but it still looks sharp. They both do. Hold on, let's just take them both out at this point before we jump into the Willie Mays ones. They're both off-centered, but pretty clean as far as the corners go. No real surface problems. And the backs are both, both a little off, but pretty solid, like mid-grade for sure. Other than the centering, I mean, the conditions are really nice, so 5, 6s maybe. Now you got Willie Mays. You get 3 here and 1 on the backside. Oh, that has a mark on the front there. Otherwise, I'd probably say that was the best conditioned one. Rounded. Oh, that has a crease right there. You'd probably be the best one, but even still, pretty soft. So nothing, maybe like 3s and 4s. Again, a little surface. Oh, let me take a look at this one. Something I don't know if it's on the card itself, like it's a little piece of gum or something, but otherwise I would say this would be the best conditioned one, but has some surface issues. Centering's okay, a little heavy on the right and on the backside too, but for this year, clearly it's not a probably MO for it. You got Gaylord Perry here. That's an okay one. You got one on the backside there of him as well, over here in the corner, so not bad. I mean, if I was really looking to get everything great, I'd probably pull that one to look at it, but for me, it's not worth looking at every single one for grading. I just want to show some of the bigger name stars for you guys so you guys can see it. Let's see. Luis Tiant. This has to be early on in his career, too. Oh, 4 Luis Tiants. I'm just going to take this out just to see what year this would be. 3rd year for him. All right. So I didn't even realize he started with the Indians. Let's see here. Coming up on a half hour on this one. But it's kind of worth it. All right, here are the Mets. Well, the rookies, we were looking for Tom Seaver, so I imagine he would have been right up here with the other rookies. So probably not going to get Tom Seaver rookie on this one, which is a bummer. That would have been a really key card in this whole set to get that one. Tug McGraw, Bob Shaw. All right. No, that's the last one. I make sure there's none sneaking around there. So, all right, a little bit of a letdown there because that would have been nice to get the receiver rookie in that. Still one more to go through, but I doubt any rookies in there. So just to recap what we saw in that album, right? A couple of nice condition cards. Willie Mays, Willie McCovey, right? Ernie Banks had a nice one. Bob Gibson's a pretty solid one from him. Not the best condition Hank Aaron. I mean, this is the best condition of the ones that were in there, but overall not the greatest, comparatively speaking. And then Jim Hunter, second-year card for him, pretty sharp. So getting some sharp cards out of these albums for the 67. One more album to go through, or one more 67 album to go through. And then, don't know why. You got the Senators in here, but I don't know why they put Lou Brock in there. We already saw that one, but that one's all banged up. But I was just looking to see if maybe any big names here for the Senators. Don't really think so. A lot of doubles, though. I don't know who would. I think like Frank. I was just about to say Frank Howard. I think was going to be the guy. He was a pretty big power hitter for them. Yeah, like 24, 31. Yeah, so he had a bunch of home runs. He was probably their big staple. This guy, true mustache on Bob Chance. Let's see. Gil Hodges as the manager. Yeah, there's a good name. All right, moving on to the Tigers. Tigers have some good names in here. Al Kaline. I think Denny McLain. This one might be Orlando Pena. No, I think I'm confusing him. So you got Cash and Klein, but something's going on with Denny McLain. I saw his name pop up. I don't know why Bengal Belters is the thing there, but what year is that for McLain? 4 years. So maybe not, but you got Al Kaline, but no Cash. Let's see. Smith, Wirt, more Pena. Alrighty, well, only Al Kaline in that one, and that card wasn't the best condition either, so. All right, on to the Twins. I mean, if we're going to get a Rod Carew rookie, this is where it would probably show up. But again, I don't think there's very many high series numbers here. Here's Harmon Killebrew for 2. And that one actually looks pretty decent. Let's look at the shape of that real quick. The side actually is a little frayed up. But overall, though, again, condition's pretty good, surface is good, centering's a little heavy on the one side versus the others, right? Thicker on the right than on the left, on the back side, and thicker here than there. But the corners are okay, a little tipping going on there. But pretty nice card overall. Jim Perry, he was a good enough pitcher there. I think he had a pretty solid career. So here's, again, Harmon Killebrew, Tony Olivier. 4 cards of him, so that's solid, but they're all kind of banged up, not worth pulling out for those. Let's see, I don't know really any of these guys. Yeah, so no Rod Carew rookie there. Wilbur Wood, don't really know that. Smokey Burgess. Looks like he'd been around. Yep, 17 years. I was going to say, it looks like that guy had been around for a while. So this album so far, poor Bruce Howard got all written up. But no big names. I mean, bigger names, but nothing. Only one card really kind of worth to pull out and look at. You got Hoyt here. He was a good pitcher. But again, I think more towards, 15th year in his career, so lower end card for Valley for him. Tommy Agee, I've seen the name around a lot. Gold Cup card for him, so probably not his rookie. But, 5 years total, so I'm not sure why that would be, have a Gold Cup here. But, all right, now we're getting some good ones. All right, so this one, I'm not going to pull out these cards, but certainly going to be some good ones. All right, so you got Matty Alou. Let's see, you got Frank Robinson, Harmon Killebrew on that one. Let's see if we get any Sandy Koufax. I didn't see any Sandy Koufax cards when let's go through Sandy Koufax, Bob Gibson on that one. And you get a bunch of doubles on the backside. Oh, here's a really good one. Hank Aaron, Berto Clemente, Richie Allen on one for the RBI leaders. And then the home run leaders, you get Willie Mays and Hank Aaron together with Richie Allen. So that's a pretty solid one. Actually, this looks pretty tight as far as condition goes. More Sandy Koufax with the league leaders. And more Hank Aaron's on the back. So you get a bunch of those. So with the Hank Aaron leader cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not bad. And then you get the World Series cards here. You got Jim Palmer, blank in the Dodgers. And then the winners celebrate. So I think the Orioles won that. You actually get a few Palmers on that one. And then you get the American League leaders. You have Frank Robinson on a handful of them with Harmon Killebrew and Boog Powell. Don't really know a lot of the American League leaders weren't the bigger names of the American League that won it that year, so but not bad. And then here's, oh, this is disappointing. So you get the checklist with the names on it. So you would have got Mickey Mantle on here, Frank Robinson, Willie Mays, Harmon Killebrew, but all these are checked off. So that kind of stinks. Would have been nice to get, there's 3 of the Mantles, and it would have been nice to get one of them not checked off. Let's see. This one isn't checked off, and that one's Brooks Robinson. That one's not checked. Oh, this Roberto Clemente's not checked off, so that's good. And that's Juan Marshall. He's got 2 that's not checked off, and 1 Harmon Killebrew not checked off. So that's good. Again, on the backside, oh, another one here on the backside for Roberto Clemente not checked off. So that actually would be pretty solid to get an unmarked checklist card with their faces on it. So yeah, well, the only one I kind of pulled out of that last one was the Harmon Killebrew card. But again, overall, got some nice cards to pull out that I think are mid-grade or even a little higher, except for the Aaron. I think that one isn't, but still, you get Pete Rose in there, you get the Mickey Mantle. This one, again, I think the Mickey Mantle, unfortunately, the Mickey Mantle and the Aaron are probably the 2 lower grades of these cards that I pulled out, but, you know, what can you do? So, all right, that was a long one, but I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I got a couple more to do and put out there, but this was the 67 Topps card, and then I think I got 65, 64, and 66. That's, I think, the remaining. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave some comments below. Let me know if there's anything that I missed, any stars that I missed, anything that I glossed over. But I'm pretty happy with those albums. Those are fun to go through. So, all right, guys, till I see you in the next one. See ya.